guess that's the joke. Joke's on me. But anyway, you know what I try to do is to bring to people's attention that the world's changing. And the world's changed before. It's changed over and over again. I mean, we came out of the Industrial Revolution. And depending on where you draw the lines, people say the Industrial Revolution started with Columbus's journey and ended on the moonwalk in 1969. But one thing's for sure, the Industrial Revolution came and it's fading away. And you can just see it by looking at what's happening in our economy. And we're in a new age. We're in the information age. We're in other ages. We're almost in a perfect storm of ages. And technology is changing everything. Technology changed the agricultural age into the industrial age, and now the industrial age is fading into the information age. It just is happening. It's happening right now. And what's happening online is creating the age of the customer and the age of the entrepreneur. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in depth. But one of the things, you just have to look around to see that things are changing. And I just thought I brought a list from PC Magazine. Other magazines that I was reading today talked about how 47% of the jobs that exist today will disappear. Atlantic Monthly, several other magazines were reporting it. 47% of the jobs people have today in the next decade to 2 decades will disappear. So which job do you have? Well, the top 20 jobs that are predicted to disappear in the next decade or so from PC Magazine are bank tellers, umpires, referees, and other sport officials. You know how they take breaks to go look at the little video camera? It's going to get bigger. It's going to be just the video camera. Insurance appraisers and auto damage assessors. Loan officers, order clerks, brokerage clerks, insurance claims and processing clerks. Something about clerks. If you're a clerk, you better get the Sherlock going. Timing device assemblers and adjusters. Data entry keyers. If you're involved in data entry, you're in trouble. Library technicians. New account clerks, there's clerks again. Photography processors and workers, tax preparers, it's all going to be automated. Cargo and freight attendants, watch repairers. Who has a watch anymore? I mean, really, everybody's, well, there's a few of you, yeah, but no, really, okay. I was almost going to say no one under 30's got a watch here today, but because most people are using their cell phone, right, for their watch. It's a fashion. It's jewelry, not a watch then. Don't raise your hand. It's jewelry. Insurance underwriters, mathematicians, sewer workers. Anybody want that job? Title examiners and telemarketers. We already see people, telemarketing's changed where it's robots now. And so the world is changing. And nobody holds up a sign saying the world is changing, get ready. But it's changing. It's all around us. We see it. We see it. We're doing all kinds of internet transactions all the time. And so the world is changing all around us. And we're really in a perfect storm of different ages. And these ages are actually being very much used by the Sherlock. If you can find 2 or 3 trends that you're part of, you're really in a good place. But there's more trends today than ever before that the Sherlock is taking advantage of. One of the ages is the information age, and we're right in the middle of the information age with the technology that we have. It's becoming the age of the customer. The age of the customer where everything favors the customer because there's so much information online that people can find out about the products, so you can't like use advertising to sell people on the products. They're finding out about the products. So substandard products are disappearing. But it's still, the online game is still rigged because the players online are still industrial age thinking companies. They're putting their company and their shareholders first before the customers, and I can prove it. Google's being sued right now for favoring their advertisers. And so you go on Google, Google does not have the best price, and that's what they're being sued about because people search there hoping they're going to get the best price, and Google shows them results that aren't the best price. Amazon doesn't have the best price all the time. We just know it from using the Sherlock. So the age of the customer is one of the ages in our perfect storm that the Sherlock helps take advantage of, because the Sherlock always helps us find the best price online. The best price will change depending on the day and the time and what you're looking for. You need a tool to help you do that. That's what the Sherlock does. There's a mobile revolution. By 2018, $5 trillion of business will be done online, most of that through mobile. $5 trillion. That is a huge perfect storm. That wealth is moving from brick and mortar stores online. And no one is helping us be part of that. And so the mobile commerce market is another perfect storm. E-commerce is a perfect storm. Everything's moving online. Business is being done more and more online. And so there's a home-based business change. We're moving into what's called the age of the entrepreneur. Emerson just gave $3 million to St. Louis University to open a center for entrepreneurship. The universities know if we keep teaching what we've been teaching, we're not going to have anybody coming to these schools. Because the old way, get a good education, get a good job, work for 50 years, and get a gold watch. Well, you don't have watches anymore. Nobody's working 50 years at the same place. Entrepreneurship is what's happening. Now, this is a picture of Paul Zane Pilzer. He wrote a book called The Next Millionaires. If you haven't read The Next Millionaires, you really owe it to yourself to read it because your belief in what we're doing is key. Your belief is key. If you read The Next Millionaires, I started underlining that book when I read it, and I underlined almost every word because it's talking about the shopping Sherlock, about trillion-dollar industries. You want to be in a trillion-dollar industry. We are in a trillion-dollar industry that's not only growing a little bit like other industries, we're growing. Last year, we were just talking about that today, online commerce, e-commerce grew 15%. What multi-trillion-dollar industry is growing at double digits? Only e-commerce and mobile commerce, and that's right where we are. But it's the age of the customer. We're helping the customer get the best price. But there's also this whole trend of income online, affiliate income. That's how people are making money online, is through affiliate income. And that's how people are becoming millionaires online that don't own big companies like Amazon and eBay and so forth. It's through affiliate income. And so there is this massive amount of affiliate income online. We don't know how much money's there, but there's a lot. Just look at Amazon. Amazon did $85 billion last year. 30% of that was through affiliates. Now they give like 2 to 10% based on the sale. You start figuring out the numbers. Amazon does not tell us how much they're paying their affiliates. But it's a lot. Because if you're giving 2 to 10% on that $30 billion or whatever it comes out to be, 30% of 85 billion, like 24 billion, that's a lot of commissions going to people. And the Sherlock is an affiliate program of Amazon. But to be just an Amazon affiliate, it takes a lot of know-how that most people don't have. They did not set it up for the average person. Because you've got to build a website, you've got to develop marketing, you've got to know SEO, search engine optimization, you've got to understand Google AdWords, you've got to drive traffic to your site. All these things most people don't know how to do, and most people that try it don't make it. And so what the Sherlock has done is simplified the whole thing. All this marketing, the SEO, the AdWords, the relationships with Google, with Amazon, with eBay, all these affiliate relationships are in the Sherlock. You don't have to think about it, they're in there. All we have to know is, hey, would you like to save money with a great app? We have simplified the process dramatically. And so Paul Zane Pilzer was talking about millionaires, and he was talking about, he's been right before. If you read his book, he was an advisor to 2 presidents. And when he was an advisor to Reagan, we had just come out of the Carter years. And in the Carter years, we were running out of everything. Jimmy Carter wore a sweater when he talked in the White House because it's cold in there. They had the thermostat turned down. He walked to his inaugural address. He's the only recent president to walk to his inaugural address because we're running out of gasoline. And so it was just a scarcity mentality. He had a scarcity mentality. And Paul St. Pilzer is saying, that's not true. The 90s are going to be the best economic decade in our history, and they were, because the internet was coming, and he was right. Now, when he said that there were 3.4 million millionaires in the United States, by the year 2000, there were 5.6. And everybody's been saying things are terrible. But right now, there's 9.6 millionaires. So when most people are crying about the recession, trying to make ends meet, there's a group of entrepreneurs that have become millionaires, more millionaires than in the history of mankind. Wow. And so it's hard times for some, but those hard times get some people to become entrepreneurs, and some of them become millionaires. And if you're in the right trends, we just talked about a perfect storm of economic trends, and the Sherlock's in the middle of all of them. The age of the customer, the age of the entrepreneur, mobile and e-commerce trends, We're right in the middle of all these trends. Online affiliate income, they're all there. And so he's right. We're going to have more millionaires created by the internet than ever before. And so being an entrepreneur is key. Now, one of his mentors was a Nobel Economics Prize winner, Dr. Coase. Dr. Coase won the Nobel Prize because he ran statistics, and back in 1930 when he ran his statistics, the best place to work was in a big company. That's why Henry Ford, when he built his big factory, he built it in River Rouge, and he put everything together. Everything was in one spot, and that was the best thing to do because you had limited resources, you put them all together, it's valuable. So back in 1930, the best thing to be is to work in a big company. Well, after his mentor passed away, he ran the statistics that Dr. Coase won the Nobel Prize, and today it's safer to be an entrepreneur. We're going to be forced to be entrepreneurs anyway. If you really saw the real unemployment statistics, they would, we wouldn't vote for the people we're voting for if we really knew the truth. I mean, liars figures lie, figures don't lie, but liars figure. That's how it goes, right? And so, they say we have a 5% unemployment rate, right? But that doesn't count the people who have given up looking. And it doesn't count the people that are working 3 jobs when they worked 1 before. And it doesn't count cities like Kankakee, Illinois, or East St. Louis, where the unemployment rate is probably in the mid-20s. I mean, some places it's 40%. And so there's a lot of people out of work. But how can the stock market be 18% with so many people out of work? We're having a jobless recovery. What does that mean? Jobs and Gates, they're still industrial age people. They all became billionaires. When money transfers hands, if you're in the right spot at the right time, it multiplies. It transfers into your hands and it multiplies. And so being at the right place at the right time, being in a perfect storm from these economic trends is exactly the right place for us to be. Now, we're not going to be like Henry Ford because we don't own everything. We share everything with each other. And we help each other. We help each other succeed. Together, everyone achieves more, right? We're a team, and so we're going to, if this company, I believe this company will be $1 billion company, but we're going to have to share that wealth. If 60% or more of the company revenues come to us anyway, how much of $1 billion is 60% being shared? It's going to be good. It's not one billionaire getting everything, it's a bunch of us doing okay. It's really, there's a future here. And so what we know what's coming. We're sitting here and we realize there's something happening to our economy. There's something happening in the world around us that most of our friends don't know it's happening. And so our responsibility is to educate them that they really need help. And the best way to do it is to share that this thing will save you some money. So we needed some things on Saturday, and so I just got on the Sherlock and started shopping. And so we eat Larabars as snacks, sometimes 1 or 2 a day. Kathy has one, I have one, right? And so that you go through a box of 16 pretty quickly. So I found that they're normally $1.60 a piece. I found them for 97 cents a piece, so 60 cents. So with the Larabars that we eat in a month, we just about pay for the Sherlock on a monthly basis, just with the savings on this one breakfast bar, So I saved $10 on that box. And then I needed, on my Grand Cherokee, the supports that hold up the hood and the gate are wearing out, so sometimes you turn around, it'll hit you on the head if you're not careful, And so I'm replacing them. And so they were on Google, a pair for $40. So I needed $80 worth. So, but I didn't just go to Google, I used the Sherlock. Sherlock found the pair for $25, found 4 for $25. Wow. And so I saved about $55 on that purchase. And then I have another window regulator that makes my windows at my Grand Cherokee. It's like the 5th or 6th one that we're replacing. And that I found for $32. And so the dealer wants $287. So I saved about $250 on the part, Plus, I've seen it done so many times I can put it in myself. So I can put it in, I can save. So I'm saving $460 or something on it. So I saved, if you look at it one way, I saved almost $500 over the weekend. But if you look at it with just the parts, I saved over $300 just on one day.
Wow.
So that's just the way the Sherlock works. So when I'd been looking for the Sherlock because I'd been working in technology. I worked for a company that helped other companies use the internet more effectively. And there was a time where the internet was not being adopted, just like not everybody gets the shopping app right away. You know, it takes a little bit of education. Because they don't realize, I just go to Google and I get a good deal. Well, compared to buying it in a store, yes, but other sites online, no. So if we keep letting them use just Google or just Amazon, they're probably spending 20 to 50% more than they should on what they're buying. So how have we helped them? We haven't. And so when the internet was just coming out, some companies were using it and some weren't. I remember that there were two companies that were using my company's product to keep them informed. And there was an antitrust suit between one company was represented by a law firm in Chicago, and one was represented by a law firm in Minneapolis. The Chicago law firm adopted the internet, and they were in a court battle together. They're both going before the judge. Well, the one in Chicago got the notification of a new case law for antitrust instantly. He printed out 3 copies and took it into court. Now, the guy who was getting it printed had to wait a week for it to come, be mailed to the mailroom, be delivered to his desk, right? So he went in, he handed 1 copy to the judge, 1 copy to the other attorney, and he had 1 copy, and he won the case. It was like a multi-million-dollar case because one company adopted the internet and the other one didn't. The one that adopted the internet won. Now the firm in Minneapolis went on the internet the next week. And so that's what technology makes a difference. Technology is a great equalizer. It's a multiplier of your wealth. When you find a place where you can use technology to create wealth, it will multiply it. And that's why the Sherlock's so powerful. So I was looking for who's going to bring us all to the internet, not just a place for people to use us, but a place for people to include us and benefit us. And when I saw that Chuck had his hands on it, I said, I've been waiting for this. I've been watching for this. And not only that, I had become a pastor, and I was missing the income I used to get in corporate. And so I wasn't making ends meet very well. So I told Chuck, I said, you know, I'm very busy here. I said, I'll do an hour a day. And so I started doing an hour a day sharing with people. And in a year, maybe a little over a year, I replaced my income at the church. And then I started spending a little more time with the Sherlock technology, and actually I doubled it in the following year. And so it's been a tremendous benefit, and I see the momentum coming to the next level now. I'm really excited about where this company's going. So it's made a huge difference for me. We save money with it all the time, and it's been a tremendous financial blessing to myself and to people I've shared it with.